Okay, the first video is about finding the dividends per share. We've talked about previously the main method of earning money on the share market is buying shares cheap, selling them over the break-even price to make one capital gain. What is the problem with making a capital gain? Do you own the shares anymore after you've sold them? No, so you've lost that investment. However, you can see you no longer own the shares. The secondary method tends to be older people that do this. Maybe your grandparents or something have shares and they don't actually sell them. They just get money through dividends. The secondary method of earning money in the share market is through dividend payments. When companies make money, they can use the profits to do some things. They can pay off their debts. They can expand operations. They want to keep going. But the other thing they can do is share some of that profit with their shareholders. It probably doesn't make sense much to you. Why would the company want to share some of its money? Wouldn't it want to keep growing? But keep in mind, if a company pays dividends, you might remember to our first lesson, there was the dividend yield column in the share listing. So we already talked about if a company has yield, you probably want it because they're paying dividends. A company will look appealing to new shareholders if they give their shareholders dividends. Also, it's easier to keep existing shareholders happy than to get new ones. So if you've got shareholders and you pay them dividends, they're going to remain happy. Okay? If shareholders are paid dividends, they get a certain amount of money per share that they own. The amount they get is known as the dividend per share. So I'll give you some writing time to get this formula. It's a division. And get the example down, please. Please note this example and this working out of dividends per share, that is only for your test. You don't need to work these out for your DI. What I'll show you on Thursday is where to find Yahoo Finance to find this actual number. You don't need to calculate the dividend per share on your assignment, only in the test. So please get that formula down and the example. Let's do the calculation. It's just a division. Company made a profit of 650 grand. The directors decide to pay all of it to their shareholders, so they're not holding on to anything. If there's 20 million shares on issue, divided up with all the shareholders, calculate the dividend per share each gets. So you just do that division. Div per share. They're sharing 650 grand. Divided between 20 million shares. 650,000 divided by 20 million. 0.0325. 0.0325. So 3.25 cents per share. So you will need to use that formula in the test. In the DI on Yahoo Finance, you're going to research, you'll actually be given this number. You don't need to work it out. You'll find on the list what dividends did Qantas pay out last year. It just tells you they paid out, 50 cents per share. Any questions about that one? That's video 1 down.